it's Dr. Dunaway with Chiro Strength. I'm going to go over a drill to kind of let you appreciate the fact that oftentimes tight tissues are more neurologically tight instead of just straight tension in the tissue tight, meaning that a lot of your lost range of motion is the brain locking down these tissues either from a standpoint of inefficient movement or inefficient stability, that the body feels like it needs to lock down the hamstrings or the upper traps to hold you in place and hold you in a stable position. So we're going to look at the hamstrings, and this is going to be just a real simple 2 or 3 minute drill that you can see how much more mobility you can get in the hamstrings after just greasing the groove of this movement pattern of the hip hinge here. So I'm going to use a half arm roller. You can use a yoga block, something like that, but it's going to be a real simple drill, and I'm going to use a 2x4 to put my toes up on just like this, but you can also, anything that you can prop your toes up on to make your toes higher than your heels and then your heels higher than your toes. And again, if you get a lot more range of motion from this, your lack of mobility in the hamstrings is likely an issue with a neurological inhibition rather than a straight tissue restriction. So I'm going to put this between my legs, and I'm really going to squeeze this foam roller here between my legs, and I'm going to reach straight up, and as I reach straight up, I'm going to slowly keep my arms extended as I slowly come down towards my toes. Now as I get to my toes, if I can't touch, I'll bend my knees a little bit, but you have to touch your toes. And I'm going to come up, and we're going to do that 5 times. Each time trying to see if I can get a little closer to my toes, and if I need to bend the legs at the end, I can. But each time I should try and get a little bit further, and I'm continually squeezing this and keep my arms as straight as I can, and that's 5. And now I'm going to keep this squeezed, walk over. Now my heels are elevated, and we're going to do the same thing. Again, if I can't reach my toes, I'm going to bend as much as I need to. Nice and slow. And I'm really reaching up high, trying to keep my arms and shoulders as extended as I need. Each time, trying to see if I can't go just a little bit further, keeping a good strong squeeze in this. And now the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this squeeze between my legs, go flat, and then we're going to do just a normal 5 down here, throw this away, and then retest to see if that forward fold is increased or not. Again, if you see a big difference here, you can't stretch tissue that quickly without injuring it. So if you find the ability to get more range of motion, likely that locked mobility is coming from more of an instability issue. So try to warm up with some deadbug drills or some crawls or some just light activation drills prior to your mobility work, and that will probably unlock a lot of your mobility. And again, that's just something you need to train into your mobility routines. Instead of only doing a lot of flexibility stuff, do some stability stuff as well. And usually that will allow you to maintain a lot of your mobility instead of just stretching and going back to square one next time you do it and doing that week after week. So if you have any questions, leave some comments below. And this is Dr. Dunaway with Chiro Strength saying, don't just mend, transcend. Thanks.